Sarvanna Namaskar. I welcome all of you in this today's session. Today we are going to discuss the basic concept of fugacity, activity and activity coefficient, which is several time used in the study of electrochemistry and chemical thermodynamics. So in this session we are going to discuss the what is meant by activity, activity coefficients, mean activity and the mean concentration or mean molarity of the solution, and how to apply the formulas of activity, then activity coefficient, mean activity to solve the chemical problems. We will not go in detail how to derive this formulae. So let us start. Now the first concept is fugacity, and the fugacity concept was given by the scientist G. N. Lewis to explain the behavior of non-ideal solution. The scientist Gilbert Newton Lewis, okay, who was a American physical chemist and who has been a dean of University of California Chemistry Department. So the scientist Gilbert Newton Lewis was best known for his discovery of covalent bond and his concept of electron pairs. His Lewis dot structures and other contributions to the valence bond theory have shaped the modern theories of chemical bonding. Also, the Gilbert Newton Lewis successfully contributed to the chemical thermodynamics, photochemistry and isotope separations, and is also known for his concept of acid and bases, that is Lewis theory of acid and bases. Also, the Lewis research on the relativity and the quantum physics, and in 1926 he has coined the term photon for the smallest unit of radiant energy. Now what is meant by fugacity? The definition of fugacity is the escaping tendency of a substance from one state into another state is called as fugacity of the substance. I repeat, the escaping tendency of a substance from one state into the another state is called as fugacity of the substance. Now let us understand what it means. So now this is a container containing water, and the water exists in a liquid phase. Now the water molecule which are exist at the surface level have a tendency to go into the gaseous phase. So the surface level water molecule have the tendency to go into the gaseous phase, and when this liquid molecules go into the gaseous phase, it will contribute to the vapor pressure of the liquid. Okay, so at given temperature, surface level molecule have tendency to go into liquid phase to the gaseous phase, and this tendency, escaping tendency, is called as the fugacity. Similarly, the gaseous state molecule, okay, this constitute the vapor pressure, have the tendency to go back into the liquid phase. Okay, similarly the gaseous phase molecule have tendency to go into the liquid phase. So escaping tendency from gaseous state into the liquid phase. So at equilibrium what will happen? This is called as rate of evaporation, and this is the rate of condensation. So at equilibrium the rate of evaporation will be equal to rate of condensation. So here this escaping tendency of this water molecule, okay, from liquid phase into gaseous phase is called as fugacity. Similarly here the escaping tendency of gaseous molecules, okay, from gaseous state into the liquid state is called as the fugacity. So G.N. Lewis, Gilbert Newton Lewis applied the same concept to the electrolytes. Now how he applied this concept? So look at, this is the dissociation of our electrolyte molecule. This salt AB is dissociated into cations A plus and anion B minus. Okay, we know if the concentration increases, dissociation of weak electrolyte decreases, and if concentration decreases, that is on dilution, dissociation of weak electrolyte increases. So as we go on diluting the solution, dissociation will increase. So this molecule will have more tendency to form the ions, and whereas if we increase the concentration, then this dissociated molecule have a tendency to form undissociated molecules, and this tendency of dissociation or tendency of undissociation is nothing but the fugacity. Next, concept of activity. So activity is nothing but the actual concentration of substance which is taking part in a reaction. So it can be defined as, the activity of substance is defined as effective concentration of solvated molecule or effective concentration of the reactant molecules. Or second definition of activity is, it is the ratio of fugacity of substance in a given state to that of fugacity of substance in a standard state is called as activity. I repeat, the ratio of fugacity of substance in a given state to that of fugacity of substance in a standard state is called as activity. So here, in the dissociation of weak electrolyte, this weak electrolyte, okay, undissociated molecule have a tendency to undergo dissociation in dilution, and when concentration increases, this dissociated molecule will have the tendency to form undissociated molecule 1. So this is the fugacity of substance in dissociated state and fugacity of substance in undissociated state, and the ratio is nothing but the activity. Or in simple language, we can say that activity is nothing but the actual molecule which participates in the reaction, actual concentration of molecule which participate in the reaction. Next concept is activity coefficient. So activity coefficient is a measure of extent to which ions or molecule differs from ideal behavior, extent to which ion or molecule differs from the ideal behavior. It means that it is the ability of an electrolyte to undergo dissociation. To what extent our electrolyte can undergo dissociation, okay, is given by the activity coefficient. Now, what are the formulas to calculate activity coefficient and mean concentration of our electrolyte? So for a solution of strong electrolyte, let us say this is the strong electrolyte AB, okay, and its coefficient are x and y. It will form cation and the anion. So here x and y are the number of cations and anions. Z plus and Z minus are the charges on the cation and the anion. Phi is equal to total number of cations plus total number of anions. It is the sum of total number of cations and the anions. C stands for concentration and F stands for the activity coefficient. So from this, the formulae to calculate activity is, so this is the formula to calculate activity, and the activity is shown by symbol A, which is equal to, in square bracket, x raised to x into y raised to y square bracket complete into c raised to v into f raised to v. Okay, here x and y are the number of cations and anions respectively. C stands for the concentration and v stands for, okay, here this v stands for sum of number of cations and anions. F stands for the activity coefficient. Now the mean activity or geometric activity is calculated by using the following formula. So this is the A plus minus are at the bottom suffix. So this is mean activity, which is equal to x raised to x, y raised to y, okay, raised to 1 upon v into Cf, and the mean concentration or mean molarity of the solution is shown by the symbol C plus minus, capital C plus minus is equal to x raised to x, y raised to y, raised to 1 upon v into C. So these are the three formula. Now let us discuss how to apply these three formula to solve a chemical problem. So first problem is calculate the activity, mean activity and mean molarity of NaCl solution. So answer, first write down the dissociation of NaCl. So NaCl will dissociate into Na plus and Cl minus. Here is the 1 mole of NaCl and it will form 1 mole of Na plus and 1 mole of Cl minus. So here X is what? Number of cations, which is equal to 1, Y number of anions is equal to 1, and V, what is V? It is the sum of number of cations and number of anions, okay, which is equal to 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Charge on cation is 1 and charge on anion is 1. Now the first formula is activity. So what is the activity? A is equal to x raised to x, y raised to y into c raised to v into f raised to v. So just put this value, then we get, okay, what is x? X is 1, y is 1. So 1 raised to 1 into 1 raised to 1 into c raised to v. What is value of v? V is the 2, and what is value of f? F is equal to here, what is value of f raised to v? V stands for here 2. Simplify this, then we get c square into f square. So therefore activity equal to c square into f square. Now next, mean activity is given by a plus minus is equal to x raised to x, y raised to y raised to 1 upon v, c into f. Just put this value x and y, then we get 1 raised to 1 into 1 raised to 1 upon v. Okay, so simplify this. So 1 raised to 1 half is nothing but the 1. So therefore the mean activity is equal to Cf, and the mean molarity or mean concentration is given by C plus minus is equal to x raised to x, y raised to y raised to 1 upon v into C. Simplify, just put this value of x and y, then we get the mean concentration or mean molarity is equal to C. Now let us discuss second problem. Calculate the mean activity and mean molarity of BaCl2 electrolyte solution. So first write down the dissociation of BaCl2. It will form Ba2 plus 2 moles of Cl minus. So one molecule will form one molecule of BaCl2 will form 1 mole of Ba2 plus and 2 moles of Cl minus. So x is equal to 1, y is equal to here 2, phi is equal to 3, and z plus 2 and z minus equal to 1. So activity will be, so x raised to x, y raised to y. Here x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2. So 1 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2 into what is the c raised to v? What is value of v? Is equal to 3, f raised to 3. So therefore our answer will be 4c cube f cube. So activity of BaCl2 will be 4c cube and f cube. Now mean activity will be x raised to x, y raised to y into 1 upon v. Okay, it will be how much? 4 raised to 1 upon 3. So it is equal to cube root of 4cf. Okay, f stands for the activity coefficient, and similarly for the mean concentration or mean molarity, it will be equal to cube root of 4 into c. Now these are the questions for homework. So these are the 5 examples which you need to solve and just find out the activity, mean activity and mean molarity of the following electrolyte solution by using this 3 formula. So thank you for watching this session.